everybody, it's Felisa. So this is going to be another entry into AVADIM, a video a day in May. Shout out to my May babies, my fellow Tyrians. Happy birthday and what's up? So I am just returning from Vegas a couple of days ago. I'm still surprisingly jet lagged, probably because I just can't get my circadian rhythm to do what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to try and go to bed like a normal person tonight, although I don't know what that means. Anyway, since I just came back from Vegas and it's been a while since I've been, I wanted to give a couple of tips and what to expect to you guys. And hopefully it'll help you have a more enjoyable experience and maybe save a few bucks. So I always stay at the Aria. I'm very Monet. I like nice things. Not that there are not other nice properties in Vegas, but I just find that aesthetically the Aria appeals to what I think a resort experience should be. Every time I stay, it's a superb experience. I know that other people have not had a great experience. As a matter of fact, some of my traveling companions did not have a very good experience. And they took that up with management, but I got there and it was great. First trick that I want to tell you about, first of all, Aria is the Southern Strip. In case you didn't know, that there's always this battle of what's the best property to stay in, north or south. I can't really answer that. It really just depends on preference. So the Aria is Southern Strip. It's by the Cosmopolitan. The Polo Resort was almost across the street. The Tropicana was to the north of us. What else is over there? MGM Grand is over there. The Bellagio, etc., etc. The Northern Strip is the Wynn, Circus, Stratosphere. I think the Mirage is down that way. I can't be for certain. Anyway, so it just really depends on where it is that you want to stay. Excalibur is Southern too, if you're into Fantasia and Merlin and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so let me start with the hotel experience. So one of the reasons why I love the Aria is a 5-star hotel. When you walk into the room, the drapes automatically open. There's a welcome message on your television screen. And everything is digitalized. So, there are controls on the wall for you to open and close your draperies, control your thermostat. Now, which is new, during my stay, I don't know when they adopted this, but they have iPads in all the rooms that you do all of your controls, all your room controls, your lights, your room temperature, etc., etc., your drapes. You can also order room service from this iPad. You can order takeout from the iPad and go down and pick it up if you like. You can order concierge service. All the amenities are on this iPad. The other thing that I love about the Aria is the customer service. The customer service to me has always been above board. As a matter of fact, when I was checking in, the young lady was amazing. I think her name is Adriana or Ariana. I wish that I had her name correct. I'm sorry. But shout out to you, girl. We commiserated because she had visited my hometown. And when she discovered that it was my birthday, first of all, she was like, "You guys, your melanin just keeps your skin looking so, I can't believe you're 50. So shout out to her for the compliment. But when she found out that it was my birthday, she upgraded my room complimentary. She didn't have to do that. I didn't ask her to do that. I know that there are a lot of videos that are floating around about the $20 trick. I wasn't even going to try that. All of the rooms at the Aria are amazing. But she wound up putting me up on the 51st floor. Strip view. The view was just breathtaking. It was just gorgeous. Anyway, so fast forward to the food at the buffet was delicious. And I'm normally not a buffet person, but because I get overwhelmed easily. But the food was superb. The pool is gorgeous. They have 2 different areas for pools, and then of course they have the Sky Lounge for the tower guests in a separate area. So that whole experience was just amazing. One trick tip that I do recommend is that if you're going to stay at any MGM, if you're going to stay at any property period, you should probably join whatever reward club they have. But for MGM, they have something called M Life, and so you just register. You come in as, I think, Sapphire, which entitles you, even with no points, no stays, no casino plays, it entitles you to 20% off the rack room rate. So, with the resort fees that Vegas likes to tack on, I think that the resort fee for my room was like $39 extra a day, on top of the taxes, on top of the room rate. So, that 20% really comes in handy because you can save quite a bit. So make sure that you sign up for, if you stay at an MGM property, M Life, and that allows you to get points towards discounts and other kinds of offers at any MGM property that you stay at. So I think that that's great. Another thing is, don't hesitate to reserve your room, because sometimes those rooms go really quickly. But make sure that you continuously check the website until your actual visit. And the reason that you want to do that is because often they drop the rate of the room. And if they do that, call the reservation line and modify your room. Tell them that you see that the room rate has been reduced, and if they wouldn't mind applying that room rate. I did that, and I wound up saving like close to $150 for my entire stay. Aria properties are pretty pricey, so being able to reduce that rate, I think that I went from a check-in price due of like $450 to a check-in price due of $330, and that was more money for me to play with in Vegas. So that's a good thing. Just make sure that you continuously check that. Book it for whatever it is. You're gonna have to pay the first night's deposit. So whatever the first night is, you're gonna have to pay that in order to reserve the room. But after that, you don't have to pay until you get to the property, so you can keep checking and making sure that it hasn't gone on sale. And if it has, ask for the difference. The next thing that I want to make sure to tell you is, we went zip lining, which was like, I'm so afraid of heights, but with it being my birthday and with it being a milestone birthday, like I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get over my fear, blah, blah, blah. And I did. So we went to downtown Fremont. I do want to stress that there is zip lining at the Link, and I do believe that they have zip lining at the Rio, but we went downtown, Vegas to Fremont Street. Which was a whole different vibe in and of itself. If you think the Strip is crazy, downtown Vegas is even crazier. But the zip line, if you go online, it's called Shotzilla. I'll leave the link below. It's only about $20 for the seated. So, you're in a harness and you kind of sit down and you cruise over just as an upright. But then they also have one that you can fly like a superhero. I hadn't worked up to that one, child. Maybe when I go back next year, I'll do that one. That one is about $40 online. The seat is about $20 online. So you save yourself about $5, which to me is worth it. Plus, you secure your time that you want to go, because if it's a popular time or if it's busy, you may find that you can't get the time that you want. You just show up and you're there for nothing, and you have to kind of meander around and find something to do. I will say that I didn't find downtown all that interesting other than the zip lining. I mean, they had some characters that were half naked and street performers and magicians and things like that. But we didn't spend a whole lot of time, so just be prepared for that. I also will say that to Uber to downtown Fremont is about $27. If you split that, among whoever, if you have a pretty decent crowd going, I think you get like 4 people in a car. So that's what, like $4 a person if you guys split the fare. So it's not that overwhelming. If it's just 1 or 2 people, it may not be beneficial to you, because what you saved on the zip lining, you're going to pay in taxi costs or Uber fares or whatever. So it might be more advantageous and more cost effective for you to go zip lining on the Strip. We got up on Sunday and went to a restaurant called Hash a Go Go at the Link, which I had something called Chicken Eggs Benedict, I think it's called. That crap was delicious. It was so flipping good. I would never put those food items together. It's like a layer of mashed potatoes and like some kind of biscuit and scrambled eggs and cheese and bacon and fried chicken and some type of hollandaise chicken sauce. When I tell you, it was so good, and the portions are humongous. So if you're going with someone, y'all may want to come to a consensus about what it is that you want to eat, because y'all not gonna be able to finish that. And one of the downsides of the Aria, and of course I can't speak to other hotels, is that there's no available space for you to store your food items. So for you to get a takeout, unless you're gonna eat it that night, it makes no sense to get that. So it was a lot of food, and I felt like it was a lot of food wasted, but it was so good. And of course, there's the obligatory, fountains at the Bellagio. I do encourage you to go to Caesars, to the Forum Shop. I was so disappointed and hurt because I traipsed all the way over to Caesars to be able to see Atlantis. And it was under renovation or something like that until the 15th. And we were leaving on the 13th. Like, I was just crushed, because every year I go, I need to be able to see this. I refer to it as Clash of the Titans, but the official name is Atlantis. But if you don't know what it is, it's like, this, or at least it used to be. I don't know if they've revamped it, but it's kind of like King Titan. Yeah. And he's, trying to figure out between his two children who's going to be the better ruler to succeed him. And his audience involvement is like these huge animatronic puppets, and it sparks and water, and I'm such a nerd, such a fan of Greek mythology, that I must see that every time I go to Vegas. So I was very, very, very disappointed and had a pouty face for the entire duration of that sightseeing excursion, while I was trying to figure out why the heck nobody told me that thing was under construction. Not that I would have moved my dates, but I wouldn't have gone over there. There are so many other things for you to do, aside from, I don't gamble, so my things are probably outside of that. Aside from the shopping, obviously, and the food, we went over to the Miracle Mile, which was kind of kitty corner to the hotel that I stayed at, and there was a Mexican restaurant called Cabo, I believe it was. They have a drink called I Can't Drive, and you surely can't. You cannot. You will not be able to can. So, but it was delicious, and the portions were really good. I think I had chicken enchilada, and I can't remember what some kind of mango concoction, which was really, really, really good and strong. But I just encourage you to really start to look at promos that may be going on in Vegas for the time that you want to go. Map out your day. I'm not somebody who is married to the idea of having to do something every single. I forgot, when we got there Friday, we went to Dre's nightclub. Now I wanted to go because Fabulous was gonna be there. Let me tell you something about Dre's, and probably all clubs. Number one, if you can, reach out to a promoter. You can find them on Instagram. You find them on Facebook. Get their phone number, text them, let them know that you're coming to Vegas and when, and that you like to have some tickets. They're going to ask you, how many women, how many men. They like the ladies. They like for the ladies to come. So normally the ladies will get in free, and then men have to pay like a nominal fee. We got in no cost, which was great. That was my actual birthday. But I had asked about VIP seating, and they were all sold out for that day. Well, I'm not thinking, and it's been a very long time since I've been to a club, so I'm thinking, it's like typical clubs. You go in, you grab a seat or whatever. It may not be close to the stage or the dance floor, but it's cool. Oh no, sweetheart. If you don't pay for seating, you're not going to sit. That's just not how that works. So just be advised of that. Even if you get into the club free, you're probably going to be standing up because they don't have chairs or, seating or tables or things like that. And seating is about $600 for VIP. And I'm not even sure if that includes bottle service. But it starts at about $600 and it goes up to like $3,000, I think, that I saw for certain areas, for parties and for bottle service and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. The day parties at the pools probably are a little bit different, although I suspect that you probably do need to rent a cabana, which can be about $1,200. So those kind of things get really pricey, but there are so many things that you can do that don't require money, just require a good pair of shoes and, a positive outlook and strength, because that strip is no joke. I hope that if you decide that you want to visit Vegas, that you have an amazing time, and I hope that you're able to discover things that I haven't even discovered. Every time I go, it's something different. I plan to do the gondola next year. I'm going to be taking my daughters. They're turning 21 and 25, so I'm really excited. We're calling it 21, 25, literally. So I have some things that I have planned for them. I just really want to be able to enjoy my daughters and show them Vegas through my eyes, through their old mother's eyes that don't gamble, just shops and eats. If you have any suggestions, leave them below. Tell me about the time that you went to Vegas and what you did. Maybe I'll take some of your tips on the road with me when I go next year. And until then, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted when I upload new content. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.